Hi everyone, I'm back. Back in Warsaw. Well, I say back, you probably don't know. I went to Madrid again last week, and that was another wonderful trip to a city that I'm falling more and more in love with. But yes, back in Warsaw, on my way to work. Autumn's in the air, It's cool, it's chilly, it's a beautiful day. Yesterday was rainy, so I was going to make a video, not in the rain. Kids are back at school, so bad news for them. Haha. And speaking of news, I've been up to a couple of things since I think we last spoke, at least. I had a bit of a brainwave because I've been thinking for a while about how to be more out at work. Like, one of my goals for this year is to be fully out at work and to be able to be myself 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, wherever I am, which is a goal that I think I'm on track for. And I was kind of worrying because I didn't want to kind of make this big sort of announcement where I'm sort of calling everybody in and having this big show of announcing who I am. But also I recognize that people should know. They should know what my pronouns are, what my name's staying the same basically, but also why. What are my thoughts and thoughts on this whole process? And I arrived at a fairly subtle, soft launch where I changed the pronouns in my signature to she, her, and embedded a little link to a message, a Word document where I talk about a little bit about who I am and what I want from everybody. So basically that means that whenever I send an email, this will be in the signature of what I send. And I know that most people aren't necessarily going to pay attention to this. I'm not sure if I read people's signatures that frequently. But what I am able to do is track the number of people that read that document because it's on my OneDrive account, and I found how to get the details of number of reads and who's been reading it. And it's interesting, I've had 59 views as of yesterday. I'm going to check again. I'm going to become quite obsessive with this, I feel, and I'm going to see who has been reading this message. And it's interesting to see some of the names of people who have been reading it. In fact, one person reached out to me directly yesterday to thank me for trusting people at work with this element of my identity, which is really sweet of them to say. So that's nice. It feels a little bit like I've kind of put it out there and I've no idea how it's kind of landing or how it's being received by people. So it's nice to see that some people at least are taking it quite positively. It is a little bit scary, but at the same time not that scary, because I think, as I've said before, I expect most people at work to be either fine to neutral about it. I don't think people are going to kick up a fuss. And as for my time in Madrid, I was presenting very much like this. And I mean, the clues are there for those who are paying attention. I was myself, I think, as much as I have ever been, and the people there just took me for who I am, just another person, the presenter of this training course that I was there for. No comments, no fuss, no muss. It was very validating, and I'm super happy with everybody who's kind of interacting with me, let's say. So, cheeky shout out to my ex-wife. Not everyone's laughing at me behind my back, and I'm not bringing shame and despair upon myself. So yeah, I know that's probably a bit petty, but screw it. And what else did I get up to in Madrid? Well, I went shopping a lot. I went with my girlfriend Carolina. Carolina's been giving me not too much trouble, but she's been asking for a shout out. So here it is, Carolina. I love you very much. And we went shopping a lot in Madrid. It's a super place for shopping. She got this top actually, but I have clearly acquired it. It's mine now. Yeah. Another piece of news is I kind of accidentally outed myself on Facebook, which was fun. I'm not really on Facebook a lot. Maybe it was the first time I'd been on there for months, really. And even the time before that, I hadn't been on for years. I don't really use it. It's not a space that I like anymore. But I changed my profile picture, and quite a few people picked up on things. And one thing led to another. And so I'm kind of out to people on Facebook. And that was another really wonderful process where people that I hadn't seen or interacted with for years reached out to me directly to congratulate me on my journey and to thank me for reaching out and having conversations with people. It was really, really nice. It was really very validating, and it was wonderful to be talking to these people. As I say, I haven't spoken to them in years, and just sort of nostalgizing about some fond memories from years gone by. So that was nice. That was really good. But one thing I picked up on, one thing I noticed, and this is throughout my sort of coming out sort of period conversations, is people always talk about me being happy. I look happier, I act happier, I'm more natural, I feel more comfortable in myself, which is absolutely true. And they seem to take some solace in me being happy. And while it's true, typically I'm a lot happier than I have ever been. Is it happiness that I'm seeking through this transition period? Is it happiness that I'm looking for? And I don't think so. So I just have to make sure I don't fall into the river. It's not happiness. No, I'm not happy, because happy for me suggests a degree of temporariness. I'm happy with my manicure, for example, which isn't going to last. I'm going to have to get that refreshed at some point. I'm happy when something goes well at work. I'm happy with my outfit, for example. I'm happy about a lot of things, but actually, if I think about the things that I'm happy about, it's fleeting, it's temporary. And for me, this transition isn't about seeking that temporary moment of happiness, but a permanent sense of something. So what is that something? What is the thing that I'm looking for? And it's completeness. I feel complete. That's how I feel. And that's obviously going to necessarily make me happy, but not every day. Some days I'm going to be less happy than others based on what's going on in my life around me. Some comment that somebody might make might upset me temporarily. I might have a bad day at work. I might have my yoga class cancelled, which is quite upsetting. But yeah, I am complete. That's how I feel. And it's a really wonderful feeling. And I'm so happy that I'm here and that there are people who are willing to join me on this journey. It is magical. It really is. So thank you very much to everybody who's reached out to me in the last few days. For those new subscribers from my Facebook friend group, hello, welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying these videos, or so you say anyway. Yeah, it's a joy, it's a pleasure, it's an absolute pleasure. It's completeness squared, cubed, I don't know, but yeah, it's great. So thank you very much, all the best. I'll see you later on. Goodbye.